Da-da-na-na.
Good morning, this is Clicks and Coffee with Norman coming at you. Well, before we get started with today's pieces, we'll let the viewers know today we're drinking Sumatra and Peru. Cheers. And we're doing it the traditional way, which is through a French press, Willie. Anyways, now this is our first episode of the Colossal Encounters series. And what we're doing today, we're going to have a 400-point Colossal with a 100-point support character taken on a 500-point Colossal monster here. But first, let's start with this character right here. Her name is Nebula, and she's from the Avengers Infinity War series. She's G008, her number. She shares the keywords cosmic and deity. And her star ability, she's got two of them. One is called Passing of the Gauntlet. When Nebula is KO'd, choose a friendly character for the rest of the game. That character can use willpower and modify its combat values, all of them, by +1. Her other star ability is Nebula can't be the target of an attack with more than one target. She's got a special attack ability. It's called Mere Children Sent to Pester. She can use Barrier and Incapacitate, and a free action, place a block and terrain marker adjacent to any number of opposing characters within range and line of fire that have one action token. At the beginning of your next turn, remove the markers. She has a special damage ability called One with Every Molecule in the Universe. And what it is Perplex. When she uses it, she may also modify the same combat value on either all friendly or all opposing characters. And real quick to go through her abilities, she has Running Shot, Plasticity, Charge, Sidestep, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Pulse Wave, Steal Energy, Invincible. She has Invulnerability, Impervious, Toughness, Probability Control, Battle Fury, Perplex. And she's from the Infinity Gauntlet number 6 comic from 1991. And here's a picture of that comic. And let me show you a quick picture of her stats. Pretty impressive. Alright, now her 100-point support character is a Worldbreaker Hulk from the Battle World Secret War series. He's number 13 from that series. And he's got a special attack ability. Worldbreaker, Quake, Super Strength. When Worldbreaker uses Quake, after resolutions, generate a standard light object. He's also got a stop click called You Can't Hurt Us. And when he uses that stop click, he has Invincible as a defensive ability. He also has Charge, Sidestep, Super Strength, and Invincible. And here's a quick look at the comic he's from. It's called Future Imperfect. And it's from Secret Wars number 7 from 2015. And also show his dial and slots there.
2 stop clicks.
Yes, 2 stop clicks. Now, William, introduce your favorite new Colossal, Trigon.
Yes, Trigon. Trigon the Terrible, great enemy of the Teen Titans, and great ruler. Trigon rests upon a base of skulls. A powerful enemy indeed, with a grim fate for those that oppose him. Trigon's trait/star ability is, where do you think your power comes from? Each time an opposing character with a mystical keyword or Mystic's team ability targets Trigon with a probability control, immediately modify his combat values by +1 till the beginning of your next turn. While that is awesome, unfortunately neither opponent have that keyword. So, won't come into play during this battle. He also has Quintessence, which protects him from Outwit.
I'll turn the base so they can see it. If I'm not mistaken, William, is that a chase collar tab, so he's a chase colossal?
Seems to be.
Let me take a closer look. No, I believe that's gold. Super rare. I'm sorry, people. Super rare.
As usual, my poor lighting obscures things. He has running shot, mind control. That's something you want to keep an eye on. His psionic suggestions. Charge, phasing, and teleport. Reality warp. Trigon can use penetrating psychic blast if he had 2 targets. At the beginning of your turn, Trigon can also use barrier as a free action. He may only place 2 blocking terrain markers each within his range and line of fire, but they do not need to be adjacent to each other. When these terrain markers are removed at the beginning of your next turn, deal 1 damage to opposing characters adjacent to these marker spaces. Then has Pulse Wave, Impervious, Invulnerability, Super Senses, Toughness. His defensive ability, just when you think he's gone. If this click is revealed by taking damage from an opponent's attack, stop turning the dial. Trigon then has Regeneration and Super Senses. Never What He Seems, Shape Change. Trigon can use Perplex and Probability Control, Demonic Disruption. And finally, Exploit Weakness, Destructive Force. As you can see, this card does not have his dial on it, as he is a slightly older piece from 2013. His real name is Trigon the Terrible, and his significant appearance is from New Teen Titans number 6.
What's his point value at full power, William?
500.
And I apologize, viewers, in case you were wondering. Nebula is 400 at full power, 400, and Worldbreaker is 100.
Trigon also has options for a 400 and 300 starting line, so you have some options when using him.
Yes, you do.
Now, as you can see, the Colossals will be fighting on the moon today. And unlike our previous encounters, Tribunal is not with us. That's because he is preparing for our upcoming Clash of the Colossals Tournament.
Awesome.
Which this will act as a preview for, as both Nebula and Trigon will be entered in that tournament.
William, do you have the dice on you?
I do not. Let me go get them.
Alright.
1.
Alright, now we're going to roll to see who goes first. Now, none of my characters share keywords at all, so basically, it's whatever each of us roll.
And of course, we're both Colossal, so the roll does not affect probability control, as it is limitless.
I got a 4. 3, I go first. Alright, I'm going to put Nebula's unique ability in effect right now, where she's got Perplex on steroids, pretty much. And I'm going to use it right now. I'm going to Perplex her defense up to 19 from 18, and his up to 19 from 18 as well. So, oh, I'm sorry, viewers. He was supposed to start in base contact. But anyways, so both of these characters now have 19 defense thanks to Perplex. And I think the only thing I'm going to use is traditional movement on Worldbreaker, which is 8 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right where the dice are. And I think I'm going to play it cautious and end this turn.
Alright, let's take a look at Trigon's starting dial. He has his penetrating psychic blast ability, which is reality warp. And his range is is
Let me take a
8, I
look.
believe. 8.
8 with 1 bolt.
2 with a penetrating psychic blast, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah.
You could definitely hit him.
You gotta roll a 6 or higher now.
Can you explain barrier for the viewers, so I can decide whether we should use it right now?
Listen. Barrier, it's a power action. Minimum range value 4. Generate up to 4 blocking markers in clear squares within range, each adjacent to at least one other, and at least 1 marker must be within line of fire at the beginning of your next turn. Even if this is lost, remove them.
Of course, with Trigon, he may use the barrier as a free action. He may only place 2 blocking marker, each within his range line of fire, but they do not need to be adjacent to each other. When these terrain markers are removed at the beginning of your turn, deal 1 damage to opposing characters adjacent to these squares.
Now, are you going to bother with it, or are you just going to outright attack them?
Well, since it's a free action, I will go ahead and do it. I'll use our tokens as barrier markers. So I'll place 1 right here.
Okay.
As a Colossal, he can attack over it with unhindered line of fire. And 1 right here. And now he will attack the Worldbreaker.
Alright, you got to break 6.
That's an 8.
Ooh, that's a hit. See, what does he do? 6 damage. He's got
And with-
invincible.
But with penetrating psychic blast, it tears
It's a full
right through
6.
it.
1. Oh, stop click. There we go. Stop click saved him.
And Trigon will get a token as a result of his action.
Alright. Let me think what I'm going to do here. He's got a 20 defense, which is... that's going to be problematic.
With impervious.
Nebula right now has running shot. It's a power action. You have speed, move, then range at no cost. She's got a range of 9. So it would be 5.5. You round up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then she can shoot over things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, she'll still be out of range. What I might do... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he's within range. I'm perplexing defenses back up again. 18, it's 17 to 18, and Nebula will go to 19, and I'm just going to use basic movement.
What are you going to do with the Worldbreaker?
I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to clear him now.
Well, with that, my next turn begins, and he gets dealt a click of damage for the removal of the barrier at the beginning of the next turn.
So 1 click?
Mm-hmm.
1 click. Where was he? Right here?
Yes. And with that, he will perform the barrier free action yet again. This time, right here, and right here.
Of course.
And let's take a peek at Trigon's other abilities. He has a running shot and shape change. As such, Trigon will rest, as I do not want to push him with his 20 defense and impervious.
You said he has shape change. Are you talking about it as a defense ability, or what is shape change?
It's a damage ability. Dark blue shape change. I know that is it, as it says so on his card.
And just so the viewers are wondering, shape change. When this character would be targeted by an attack, you may roll a d6. On a 5 or 6 roll, this character can't be targeted by the attacker this turn, and the attacker may choose a different target instead, but since there's no other opposing targets for me, then it'll just be negative.
Unless you attempt a ranged attack.
No, I'm not. I would just cancel that out. And I'm going to take the gamble now.
Of course, he also has Impervious with a 20 defense.
Yes, he does. What I'm going to do now is use Perplex, and I'm perplexing both of their attacks up now. She goes from 12 to 13, he goes from 10 to 11. But right now, Nebula has Penetrating Psychic Blast. So that would actually help against his Impervious right now, if I land a successful attack. But it's still 13 on a 20, which means I gotta roll 7 or higher for this to work.
Can you please read aloud Penetrating Psychic Blast? Does it only affect defense abilities?
Penetrating Psychic Blast is a range attack. Make a range attack. Damage dealt by this attack is penetrating. So yes, it's pretty much like the armor-piercing bullet, so to speak, of attack abilities. It cuts through all defenses. Unless you got a character in which it says that his Impervious or his defense ability can't be countered.
The question is, would that work for a damage ability in shape change?
I think that he would be able to dodge it, because I think it's directed toward damage, defense abilities. So, are you going to roll for shape change?
Yes. What do I need to hit?
5 or 6. 1. So if I land this, I have to do a 7 or higher. So if I land this, it will do 5 damage. If it works. Hopefully it will. Or else I'll take a click of damage for pushing. 6. 13, 19 failed. And I receive a click for pushing and another token.
Anything being done to your Worldbreaker?
He's got sidestep, which is free action, so I'm going to do 1, 2. And then, you know what? I'm just going to use regular movement and move into base contact. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll come around to his side. In case you're wondering, he had a regular movement of 7 at the time. And sidestep is a free action where you can move 2 squares in any direction absolutely for free, in case you were wondering.
Does that conclude your actions?
Yes. You go right ahead, William.
Deal her a click of damage for barrier. Now, as my free action, I place a barrier here again, and I place one right here.
That is really getting annoying.
Alright, Trigon is going to be attacking 1, 2, 3, 4. He can attack her, correct?
Yeah, why not?
Well, it says with his ability of Reality Warp, he can use his Penetrating Psychic Blast on 2 characters. Of course, it's a ranged action, but I don't think you would argue him being able to hit him and her with it, would you?
Well, if it's specifically a range attack, you can't count him in since he's base contact now.
Alright, fair. He's attacking Nebula with Penetrating Psychic Blast. What's the attack and defense ability here? It's 13 on a what?
17, so it's a good chance you're going to hit.
Ooh, fine. 6 with Penetrating Psychic Blast.
Oh, interesting tidbit. I got probability control now, at least.
With that, Trigon rests with a token.
Well, Thing is, Nebula lost her ability where she can perplex up, all the friendly forces and stuff. And she actually lost perplex period now.
Unless I'm mistaken, she does have colossal stamina, though. So she can go again if she wants. At the cost of a push.
That's true. Well, interesting thing right now, she's got barrier.
So she can do it back to Trigon.
Exactly, and this is a free action, so Trigon gets what he deserves. I'm doing that. And you know what? I'm just not going to keep pushing her, so I'm clearing her because I'm not going to use her.
But Worldbreaker.
I'm clearing him because I'm not going to use him either. Alright. So, tell me, because I'm not familiar with barrier like you are, do I remove this now and he takes a click of damage? Or?
You remove it at the start of your next turn,
Okay,
which
gotcha.
for me is right now, so take your clicks. What is Worldbreaker looking like right now?
Invincible with 17, attack of 10. He still has sidestep, 6 movement, 3 damage. There's nothing on damage.
Well, he gets the barrier back again. It's adjacent to him diagonal, and Nebula's getting a barrier. Now, he is going to yet again, I will push him to use Penetrating Psychic Blast on Nebula. What is her defense at the moment?
It's 18. She has impervious, but it doesn't matter anyways.
He's got 13 attack,
5.
15, 18,
Barely hits.
which gives you a full 6 clicks of damage and 1 push to Trigon.
And she is KO'd.
The mighty power of Trigon. And give him 1 click for pushing.
Oh, yeah.
And 1 click for barrier, because it's the
That's
next
true.
turn.
I only managed to do 2 clicks to you. Wow.
Now you have Worldbreaker.
And he's like not looking that good right now, people. He's not. What is it, a 10 on an 18 now?
10 on a 19 with
Oh, it's a 19?
impervious.
Oh my goodness. Oh well, just roll for impervious, Will.
Missed. So you can actually damage him if you can break his defense.
Good luck on that. I'm trying though. 7, 17, nope.
And now a click for barrier.
Yeah, that's true. Click for barrier. And it landed on a stop click. Wow.
Which means he's on his last possible hit. What is Trigon's attack right now?
Hold on, let me look at his. Oh, it's invincible, but you still got Penetrating Psychic Blast, don't you?
Does he?
Let me see. His Penetrating Psychic Blast was his attack ability, right?
Yes.
He doesn't have it right now, but he has Pulse Wave.
So Pulse Wave would finish it either way. Because
I would just do a regular attack and just kill him.
Alright.
Put him out of his misery, William.
Alright. I'm gonna push Trigon. 10. Trigon takes a click of...
KO.
Does Trigon take a click of pushing? Yes.
Doesn't matter, you won, man. And you know what? I'm going to hold this up here just so the people can realize how much life he's got left. And
Hold up,
gonna...
I gotta focus.
Okay, how much did he add 2 clicks on him?
He had 3.
Alright, this is how much life Trigon had left. You ready, Will?
Yes.
Tell me when I finally hit KO. It might be a little while.
Done.
And that's how powerful Trigon is. He had that many clicks of life left in
He
him.
had 12 clicks left.
Wow.
And he only got that one click at the end because he pushed on his last turn.
True. Well, William, is there any announcements you want to make for the next coming shows?
Yes, we have a post-credit scene for you. Since this is meant to be a preview of our Clash of the Colossals, our latest Colossal has arrived.
Oh. Move away, Trigon.
Da-da, da-da, da-da.
Dun 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 dun.
The Reaper has arrived. Necron enters the Colossal Tournament.
And this has been Clicks and Coffee. Stay tuned for our next exciting episode. And always enjoy your coffee with your click-based games. God bless.